Let's talk about something that Democrats will also find very interesting and fun, I'm sure, is this New York Times report that the FBI opened an investigation into our president because they thought he was either knowingly or potentially unwittingly being a tool for the Russians. It says in the days after President Trump fired James B. Comey as FBI director, law enforcement officials became so concerned by the president's behavior that they began investigating whether he had been working on behalf of Russia against American interests. Marc?
I mean, it just goes to show that the dirty dossier fueled all of this witch hunt, which continues on today. And, you know, I spent the first dozen years at a college in the media, and one of my first news directors taught me that the first three letters of news spell new. There's nothing new here. We've known the FBI has been out, at least some of the top levels of the FBI were out to get the president. They disagreed with the outcome of the election, and they were going to use the power of their investigation powers to go get them. And it's very simple. It's the investigation of a man in search of a crime.
Well, Doug, you know, of course, there are many people associated with the institution, the DOJ, the FBI, who say that's not the case, although it's still being investigated by the House. I'm sure they're going to drop that investigation now because now they're setting their sights on the president. But I want to read a little bit of Rudy Giuliani, obviously the president's attorney, his response to this New York Times story. He says, sure, the fact that it goes back a year and a half and nothing came of it that showed a breach of national security means they found nothing. So, Doug, is this much ado about nothing?
You know, I don't think we know, Shannon. I would love for Mr. Mueller to investigate what the FBI was doing at a time when they were in turmoil. We know that. And I really think that there are so many questions raised by the Times report, best not to rush to judgment, best to try to investigate and explore and learn really what was happening. It's hard to believe that the President of the United States, duly elected, was an agent of Russia or under their influence. But let's see why the FBI did what they did at a time when we all know they were in chaos.
Vince, final word to you.
That now is the time for the Attorney General of the United States to make sure that there is an investigation that's done into this. Because if the whole idea is that confidence in the integrity of the FBI is being undermined, that needs to be fleshed out. We need a real investigation into the FBI, how all of this happened, and why they were beholden to political opposition research that so far has yielded next to nothing by way of truth. This is unacceptable. And if you want to restore confidence in the FBI, investigate it, make the results public, and reveal to the American public that you either fixed the sin or there was nothing wrong in the first place.
Well, the AG is, the nominee is going to be, you know, his hearing on the Hill this week will be public, and we'll see if they get into that as part of the questioning power panel. Thank you all here and abroad. Doug, good to have you with us.
Thank you.